guys? Mike Barkoff here with Live Free for Twisted Tracklist. I already kind of covered this album. I split it into 4 sections, but today I took it and I made it into one large album. This is Eminem's Revival. A lot of people hate this album. I don't mind it. Like I said in the last one, it's just spread all over the place. But I did my best to try and fix that up. But instead of splitting it up, I tried to keep it in one album, so it's more cohesive. So the first 4 tracks are all the first 5 tracks are all the same, just as last time. No, actually, no. I'm sorry, I forgot. I split it up into 4 tracks, 4 EPs last time. Walk on Water, Believe, Chloroseptic, Untouchable, and River. I've heard a lot of people say the same thing. The first 4 tracks are really solid. It's a really good album for those first four tracks. After River, I put Bad Husband, and then I went into Framed. I did those things because River and Bad Husband are kind of bouncing off of each other. River's Eminem post-marriage, Bad Husband's him also post-marriage, but instead of being a dog, or whatever you want to say, he's kind of reflecting on it and looking at the wrongs that he did. I put Frame there because Frame's kind of a good veer and distraction from Campaign Speech, which comes up next. Campaign Speech is like a 7-8 minute song about him just going in on current events. That came out in 2016, I want to say. It's a really long song. A lot of people don't really like it, but I figured it fits in Revival because it leads into Like Home, which is also a very politically driven song. After Like Home, I took another kind of break with Offended, which is kind of a funnier type of track where he also raps really fast. I followed that up with Tragic Endings, which kind of threads that narrative a little bit more with Bad Husband and River. And then I went into Nowhere Fast, which again kind of adds some thread to the politically driven tracks. And then I went into Need Me, which plays off of Tragic Endings, the track before, and those last 4 tracks I also kept the same, just because they actually do. I saw an interview where Eminem said it once. He wrote Need Me to push the album towards the end, and I mean, it really does work that way, and I wish more people would do things like that. So in this scenario, I did cut out Remind Me, the intro, Remind Me, the song, and then Revival, the interlude. Originally, I was going to keep all of those, but with Campaign Speech, it added on to more. So then I tried cutting the intro and the interlude. I tried keeping Remind Me in there, but it just wouldn't fit up at the time because now we're at an hour and 16, and I was trying to make it realistic so that it would actually be um, uh, not overly long so that it could fit on a CD disc, which is something that Eminem always makes sure to do. This also has 16 songs, which is the exact same as the Marshall Mathers LP2, which came out before this album. This album is still kind of all over the place, but now I think it's toned down a little bit better, and there's more narratives and reflective patterns, and they're more closer to each other. And I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think Eminem's weakest suits, one of his weakest suits, is definitely his track list. I think just about every album of his, I've sat down and I've been like, man, that track list probably could have been a little bit better. I get why he does it because he's an OG in the rap industry. He's not a guest, as Lord Jamar likes to say. I would hardcore disagree with that dude. But yeah, I think that's why he does it. He's just trying to appeal to everybody, and he's trying to make it so that everybody can listen to the album all the way through and enjoy it for what it is. And I have a lot of respect for that. But for some people, such as Tyler the Creator with Kamikaze, they can't dig that vibe. And so I try my best to do Revival. Like I said, it's still kind of all over the place, but it's definitely got a lot more narrative to it and a lot more skin and flesh and heart to it. One thing I would like to add also is that Nowhere Fast, I replaced it with the extended version. I prefer that one. His opening verse is great. All around, I think it kind of adds to the elements of Revival. I think this one kind of works both ways. You can go and listen to the EPs that I made for it, or you can go and listen to it this way. With the EPs, you're going to get more of those silly encore era songs like Remind Me, which isn't necessarily a bad song, but it does kind of remind me of Rayman from Encore, which I like Rayman from Encore. I like Remind Me from Revival. I like Encore and I like Revival, but it's not something I listen to every day. It's something that if I'm listening to the album to get the overall message from the album, I'm going to skip. Not because I hate it. I love Eminem. I'm a stand for Eminem. Just about every song he's ever put out, I can dig. So yeah, this is my version of Revival. I don't have any subtitle added to it or anything. I just wrote Revival TT, and you can go listen to it. The link is in the description. Thank you for checking me out. Thank you for checking out the channel. Subscribe if you would like to, And we make short films and all that stuff too. I never really mentioned that at the end of these, but if you're interested in short films or anything, we try to make some really good original stuff. Full length films too are out. I'm currently working on my fourth. Um, you know, so yeah, if that interests you at all, piques your interest, whatever, go check those out. Sorry that this is really flawed. This isn't scripted. I'm just a human doing the best I can. I hope you like this album, and I didn't mean to veer off there at the end, but I never really point that out in these, so I figured why not now? But I hope you like this album. I also drank a lot of coffee before I did this one, so that's why I'm all over the place. But I hope you like this twisted track list that I made. Again, link in the description. Check it out, and I'll see you soon.